An old man accidentally faints and falls to the ground. 2 hours later, a young girl passing by finds him. The girl has no idea that the old man she just saved is actually a billionaire company chairman. She will later inherit his huge fortune. Dahyun takes the old man to the hospital. When Dahyun tries to leave without leaving her name, she hears a nurse say, "The old man looks like a homeless person and has no guardian. They plan to send him to another hospital." Kind-hearted Dahyun can't bear to see him moved around. She tells the nurse she's his guardian. With Dahyun's careful care, the old man soon wakes up from his coma. After waking up, the old man refuses to stay in the hospital even one more second, even though he seems fine. Dahyun wants him to stay for one more day of observation. The old man tries to pay Dahyun back for the medical bills, but she refuses. The old man promises he will repay her kindness someday. Before leaving, Dahyun reminds him to come back for a checkup tomorrow. She pays a taxi driver to take the old man safely home. She warns him not to get out midway or she'll get angry. After returning home, the old man immediately changes his will. Whoever marries this girl will inherit the Songhyun group. The old man does this because he thinks Dahyun can help fix his rude grandson who has a bad personality. Jae-in wants to be independent from his family. He starts his own business and runs a successful hotel. When he hears from the lawyer about his grandfather's decision, he hates arranged marriages and at first doesn't care about it. But to stop his cousin, who wants the company, from getting it easily, he decides to act. First, he and the lawyer go to Dahyun's elementary school. Jae-in thinks Dahyun is a gold digger who tricked his grandfather, so he keeps a straight face the whole time. The lawyer asks Dahyun if she knows someone named Lee Gyuchul. Dahyun says there's no kid with that name in her class. Maybe it's a student from another class. This confuses the lawyer and Jae-in. When they show their business cards, Dahyun realizes the Lee Gyuchul they mean is the leader of the Songhyun group. Then the lawyer takes out the will. He tells Dahyun that she will receive an inheritance from Mr. Lee Gyuchul in the future. Dahyun clearly thinks they're scammers. She says they're putting on a good act. Jae-in is speechless. Jae-in asks why. She said she knew Lee Gyuchul earlier. Dahyun argues back. She says if you ask anyone on the street, they'll say they know the richest man. Of course, everyone knows the richest man, but that doesn't mean he knows them. Jae-in, who's always good with words, is left speechless by a woman for the first time. The lawyer tells everyone to calm down. He's sure he has the right person if Miss Kim Dahyun agrees to marry Mr. Lee Jae-in. If they get married, before he can finish, both of them say no at the same time. After talking for hours, they still can't agree. Dahyun is tired now. She thinks they have communication problems. Jae-in can't believe it. She doesn't want to explain again. She says once more she doesn't know his grandfather. In the end, Jae-in has to leave. Jae-in carefully studies Dahyun's personal information. He can't believe she's that old. No one has ever talked back to him like this before. Just thinking about it makes Jae-in angry. She looks so innocent and pure. How did she trick his grandfather? Right at that moment, his grandfather calls and asks Jae-in to come see him. The grandfather and grandson have always had a strained relationship. Every time they meet, they end up arguing. Jae-in thinks his grandfather just wants him to return to the family business. That's why he's using the shares for that woman to threaten him. His grandfather says it's not a threat. Dahyun is a very special girl. She has qualities that neither of us has. If you refuse my offer, the company will go to your cousin Taeha. Jae-in doesn't want his late father's shares to end up in someone else's hands, so he gives in. He agrees to try dating Dahyun. If it doesn't work out, it means they're not meant to be. Then his grandfather must give up too. Finally, they reach an agreement. The dating trial period is set for 6 months, and so begins the arrogant CEO's long journey to win her heart. The arrogant CEO keeps showing up at her place begging this elementary school teacher to date him. He doesn't know Dahyun is the one who saved his grandfather's life. He only knows that to inherit the shares he has to do this. Dahyun never imagined the messy old man she saved was actually a rich businessman. So she asks to meet the grandfather in person. Jae-in then calls his grandfather to say Dahyun wants to see him, but the grandfather refuses. The grandfather wants Jae-in to struggle more while chasing Dahyun. This makes Dahyun even more suspicious that Jae-in is a scammer. Jae-in gets so angry he almost loses it. He wants to prove to Dahyun he's telling the truth. Jae-in shows Dahyun his phone. Turns out on Wikipedia, there really is a page about him, but she thinks this doesn't prove anything. Dahyun isn't interested in money. She feels she already has enough food and clothes. She won't marry this man just to get some inheritance. Once again, Jae-in's attempt fails. The next day, stubborn Jae-in asks Dahyun out again. Jaein arrives on time this time. He clearly tells Dahyun, if she dates him seriously for 6 months, she can get whatever she wants after they break up. But Dahyun stands her ground. She's not interested in marriage or dating. She isn't interested at all. Jaein gets rejected again. The next day, at lunch with his mom, he sees Dahyun on a blind date with another man. He stops listening to his mom's words. His eyes keep glancing at Dahyun, laughing with that man. He makes an excuse to leave, telling his mom to go first. Then he walks straight to Dahyun. He casually sits beside her. He pretends to discuss wedding plans with her, saying he's ready to marry anytime. The other man looks annoyed. After a polite goodbye, he leaves. Dahyun is angry at Jaein's behavior. They're not even dating. Why did he ruin her blind date? Jaein says they can start dating now. Dahyun stops him. Jaein says, since she has to go on arranged dates anyway, why not just date him instead? Dahyun didn't expect him to be so persistent. She agrees to try dating him, but Dahyun has conditions. First, he must install a digital system in her school library, and buy more books too. Also, arrange a school bus for the kids. Finally, install a large mirror in the school dance room. This will help the kids practice dancing. Jaein asks if she needs anything else. She jokes that she wants a star from the sky. Jaein seriously considers this. He talks about space exploration. It could be a future project for Songhyun Group. He keeps asking what she needs. Dahyun is surprised he actually agreed. She quickly says she was just joking. Jaein is surprised her requests are so simple. He asks what else she wants. Dahyun thinks for a moment. Then she asks Jaein to help. She wants him to fix Jisoo's agency problem. Jisoo used to be Dahyun's student. Now he's a rookie trainee. He's handsome and talented, but he hasn't found a good agency. She says if he can fix this, she'll agree to any condition except marriage. Finally, they reach an agreement. After these meetings, Jaein starts to understand this woman, but she's careless and often forgets things. Now Jaein automatically picks up her phone for her. Jaein suspects she does it on purpose. Dahyun looks confused. Jaein teases her for always forgetting things. The boss works really fast. Dahyun just made her requests. The day before the next day, Jaein makes them all happen. Not only is the school bus arranged, but the new books for the library arrive too. The big mirror for the dance room is also installed. Now Dahyun finally believes Jaein is really rich. She thanks him. As part of their deal, Dahyun must keep her promise to date Jaein. Weekly, Jaein picks a concert hall for their first date. Dahyun has no interest in classical music. She really doesn't want to go. She worries if she can sit still for 2 hours. Jaein tells her to get out of the car. He tells her to let go of the handle. Inside the concert hall, Jaein sees reporters. He doesn't want their relationship to cause trouble. He tells Dahyun to pretend they don't know each other. Dahyun is confused and upset. She thinks she's not that embarrassing. But soon Jaein forgets what he just said. He forgets everything. He lets sleepy Dahyun lean on his shoulder. After surviving 2 hours, they get drinks. Dahyun's mom calls. Her mom already knows about the failed blind date last time. She asks Dahyun if she has a boyfriend. Now, hearing Dahyun deny having a boyfriend, Jaein quickly grabs the phone. He introduces himself to her future mother-in-law. He admits he's currently dating Dahyun, so there's no need to arrange any more blind dates for Dahyun. He promises to visit her home soon. Dahyun quickly grabs the phone back to explain before he says more nonsense. Jaein looks at her with loving eyes, pleased with himself. After walking Dahyun home, Dahyun gives Jaein one of the keychains they just bought together. Jaein looks at it and sees his initials on it. He insists on swapping with Dahyun's keychain. Since they're dating, it's more meaningful to wear each other's. Dahyun can't win against him and gives up, but she still keeps forgetting things. This time she leaves her keys in Jaein's car. Jaein sees them and turns around immediately. Dahyun can't get inside without keys, so she runs downstairs to see if Jaein left. Yet Jaein has already arrived. Dahyun eagerly tries to get her keys back, but Jaein just wants to tease her. While play fighting, Dahyun fails to get her keychain back. Instead, she ends up clinging onto Jaein. Dahyun is shocked by her first kiss with Jaein and jumps back. But Jaein says since they're dating, they should make progress. Satisfied, he finally gives the key back to Dahyun. He says his family is very strict. They can't stay overnight together. Yet Dahyun teases him for overthinking it. The next day, Jaein and Dahyun go together. Their concert date quickly becomes big news everywhere. Jaein usually hates gossip, but this time, he doesn't seem to care. He even looks a little happy. The chairman's secretary trembles in fear. He failed to stop the news in time. But Jaein's grandfather is delighted. This means his plan to have a great-grandchild is moving forward. Dahyun calls Jae-in right after seeing the news. She wants to meet him. She needs to ask him what's going on. After finishing work, Jae-in sees Dahyun's missed call and feels happy. He's really pleased when they meet. Dahyun looks upset, but Jae-in keeps looking at the funny stickers Dahyun sent him, even the angry ones. Jae-in thinks they're cute. Dahyun gets mad seeing him like this. Dahyun gets ready to leave. Jae-in stops her. Then he notices the flowers on the table. He asks Dahyun who sent the flowers. Actually, Jisoo gave them to thank Dahyun for helping solve her agency problems. But Jae-in gets jealous. Without knowing the truth, he asks if that man knows about his existence. Dahyun avoids answering directly. Instead, she asks about all those rumors online. She says he has enough celebrity girlfriends to start an entertainment company. Jae-in says to only believe 1% of online rumors. Dahyun immediately looks curious. She asks, which part is the true 1%? Jae-in didn't expect her to ask that. He's speechless angry. He goes outside for fresh air. He still remembers to bring Dahyun's phone and those annoying flowers. Of course, the flowers end up in the trash. Later they visit a toy store together. Dahyun enjoys playing with the toys. Jae-in watches a child begging mom for a toy. This reminds him of his past, when he was very young. His cousin died in an accident. He was adopted by his aunt. His real mom remarried and moved abroad. Seeing Jae-in's sad expression, Dahyun thinks Jae-in isn't feeling well. Then Jae-in says he'll go buy something to drink. Actually, he goes to buy the toy that the crying child wanted earlier. He gives it to the child. Seeing this, Dahyun never knew Jae-in could be so kind. When Jae-in returns, he sees Dahyun struggling with the toy. Though he rarely plays with toys, his high IQ helps him assemble it quickly. Dahyun starts to see Jae-in differently. As they prepare to leave, it starts raining. Dahyun complains about not borrowing another umbrella. Jae-in stubbornly refuses. Jae-in just wants to share one umbrella with Dahyun. The rain makes Dahyun's heart flutter. In the elevator, Jae-in complains to friends about his girlfriend's plain style. Little does he know his girlfriend hears every word after everyone leaves. She can't hold back anymore. Dahyun repeats his comments word for word. She vows to show him her charm and make him regret it. She storms into her friend's clothing store and picks a very sexy dress waiting for Dahyun. Jae-in worries she's lost again, since she's taking so long. Just then Dahyun appears. The lawyer can't believe his eyes. This is the plain-looking teacher Jae-in always talks about. He can't believe how beautiful she is. Jae-in asks Dahyun what she's wearing. Dahyun just smiles without answering. Jae-in quickly takes off his own jacket. He tries to make Dahyun wear it, but she refuses. Ever since Dahyun arrived, Jae-in can't take his eyes off her. He keeps mumbling about her outfit. Dahyun playfully asks what's wrong with it. She asks if it looks weird. The lawyer says she looks great. Jae-in looks like he wants to kill him. The scared lawyer quickly looks away from Dahyun. Finally, Jae-in chases the lawyer away. After getting rid of one guy, they still get stares from passing men. Jae-in can't take it anymore. He forces Dahyun to wear his jacket. Though Dahyun got what she wanted, she's still a little angry. Jae-in tells her not to dress like this again. Dahyun says then he can't badmouth her behind her back. Jae-in pouts. Didn't you hear me finish? I said you might be ordinary. But that's why I like you, he says. Seeing her dressed, so revealing makes his heart race. He wants to poke out every man's eyes. When Dahyun gets home that night, she can't help but laugh when she remembers what Jae-in said. Her best friend sees her like this and knows Dahyun has fallen in love. After they start dating, Jae-in cares about Dahyun more and more. On a date, he sees Dahyun chatting happily with another man, whether it's a friend's brother or a brother's friend. He first acts possessive to claim his territory to stop them from talking more. He even drags Dahyun away. Dahyun thinks Jae-in is being unreasonable. This is a friend she's known for 10 years. What's wrong with saying hello? Jae-in says she's breaking their agreement, but Dahyun disagrees. He's just an oppa she knew before. Hearing this makes Jae-in even angrier. He won't let her call another man oppa. Though Jae-in is very jealous, he's also very thoughtful toward Dahyun. When he hears about a thief near her home, he goes with her to check the house, looking for places to add security. Of course, he won't miss any chance to get close to her. Dahyun asks what he's trying to do. He shamelessly asks for a kiss. Dahyun, a beginner at love, is no match for him. Though Dahyun rejects him, Jae-in walks away like nothing happened. Dahyun stands there stunned. Jae-in never used to call girls first. Now when he gets home at night, he can't help but call Dahyun. He even gets jealous when her line is busy. He wants to keep all other guys away from her. Their calls keep getting longer from room to hallway. Jae-in never wants to hang up. Love is clearly in the air. Do guys often not get why girls get mad? Jae-in knows standing her up was wrong, but it was a real emergency. Dahyun can't understand what emergency would stop him from even calling, making her wait for hours. She thinks he just doesn't care. Jae-in doesn't get it either, why she's so mad over something small. Dahyun's eyes are now red with tears. She snaps. They should just settle for this relationship, not waste feelings on it. Angry Dahyun won't listen to any explanations, especially when she's about to break down. Jae-in takes another call. Work really is more important than her. Dahyun storms off without another word. Even though Jae-in tries to stop her from leaving, Dahyun still walks away angrily. Jae-in knows that as a good boyfriend, he should swallow his pride and comfort Dahyun now, but hotel matters force him to go back and handle them. Actually, meeting Dahyun earlier was already hard for him to find time for. This day keeps having unexpected problems. He wanted to finish work early, to date Dahyun, but right then an important business partner suddenly faints. He just arranged an ambulance to take him to hospital. Then he's told someone might have planted a bomb at the hotel. So Jae-in checks the security cameras again and again. Finally, he finds the possible bomb location. Luckily, it's just a prank that he barely managed to find some free time to see Dahyun. Now he has to go to the hospital to check on that fainted business partner. Piled up work forces him to stay up all night. Next day, Dahyun isn't as angry anymore. She keeps waiting for Jae-in's call, thinking she'll forgive him if he calls a few more times. But then someone accidentally bumps into her. Her phone breaks from the fall. Jae-in keeps calling but can't reach Dahyun. So he goes to her house, but no one answers, no matter how much he knocks. Jae-in hasn't slept for several nights. He fights his sleepiness and waits for Dahyun by her door. When he can't stay awake, he does push-ups on the spot. Finally, Dahyun comes home. Now it's Jae-in's turn to be angry. This woman came home so late. Dahyun wonders why it took him so long to make up. She teases Jae-in in a sarcastic tone, mocking him for finally showing up, despite being so busy. Actually, seeing Jae-in earlier, Dahyun's anger already faded, but she doesn't want to forgive him too easily, so she says she'll give him a chance to explain. After hearing what happened, Dahyun realizes how busy Jae-in has been. She's glad nothing bad happened in the end. After dinner, Jae-in pulls Dahyun close. He holds her hand tightly. Having not slept well for days, he soon falls asleep on Dahyun's shoulder. Seeing him so exhausted, Dahyun feels sorry for him. His phone keeps ringing nonstop. She wants to silence it so he can rest, but accidentally wakes him up. After walking Dahyun home, Jae-in apologizes to her again. Dahyun isn't angry anymore. She's touched. He made time for her despite being so busy. Now she has no reason to stay angry. Dahyun asks Jae-in if he knows the meaning of giving a tie as a gift. It means you belong to me. This is Jae-in's first birthday since he was 6 years old, because his birthday is also the death anniversary of his cousin. On this same day, he was separated from his birth mother and adopted by his aunt, so he never celebrated his birthday after that. But this time with Dahyun by his side, it feels different. He even wishes for more birthday treats like this. He wants more of them. With Dahyun's guidance, he calls his adoptive mom on his birthday. He thanks her for raising him. This is the first time he says thank you to her. His mom on the phone is moved to tears by Jae-in's words. Meanwhile, Dahyun's mom finds out about her relationship with Jae-in. They're dating. When she learns he's rich, she strongly objects. She only wants her daughter to marry an ordinary man and live a simple, stable life. Later, after Dahyun admits their relationship is just a contract, her mom reluctantly agrees after much persuasion, but she insists they must break up after 6 months. Jae-in is upset when he hears about this, especially when Dahyun keeps talking about breaking up in 6 months. He storms straight to Dahyun's house. He wants to meet his future mother-in-law, but when he arrives, Dahyun's mom has already left. Dahyun says she made it clear to her mom they won't get married. If she really married into a rich family, she wouldn't last a month. She would run away. Hearing Dahyun say these things jokingly, Jae-in feels upset too. After that, Jae-in visits Dahyun often. He doesn't want to waste any time with her. They start feeling more comfortable together. When Jae-in suddenly gets close to her, Dahyun stops avoiding him. One day after Jae-in walks Dahyun home, they find her front door open. When they go inside, the place is completely messed up. Dahyun thinks someone broke in. She's so scared her legs feel weak. To be safe, Jae-in tells her to stay at his place tonight. It's her first time at Jae-in's house. Dahyun acts a little shy. She asks Jae-in why he isn't leaving. Jae-in finally got Dahyun to come to his place. Why would he want to leave? He teases her, saying there's only one bedroom, so we have to sleep together. Dahyun feels a little tempted too, but her last bit of common sense tells her not to do this. Jaein asks why. She's afraid someone might regret it tomorrow. Jaein says, I know that someone won't be me. But anyway, I respect your choice. He tells Dahyun to sleep first. He goes to the study to do some work. Actually, Jaein can't focus on work at all. All he can think about is Dahyun in the room. Dahyun can't sleep either. Feeling thirsty, she mistakes alcohol for a drink. By the time Jaein notices, she's already had several bottles. Looking at her, Jaein can tell she's drunk. He goes over and sits with her. He lets her lean on his shoulder. But Dahyun starts acting wild from the alcohol. She confesses that she likes him while drunk. Hearing this makes Jaein very happy. But he doesn't expect that. Drunk Dahyun acts like a different person. She's not shy. Like usual, after teasing Jaein a lot, she falls asleep on her own. This makes Jaein feel helpless. Finally, Jaein carries Dahyun back to the room. He gives her a loving kiss, then lies down on the floor looking at Dahyun sleeping beside him. Only heaven knows how hard this is for Jaein. After someone broke into her rented apartment, Dahyun got really scared. She even thought Jaein was a burglar. When he came back, Dahyun asks why Jaein came home so early today. Jaein says he just wanted to come back early to check on her. He worries she might not feel comfortable living here. During dinner, Jaein tells Dahyun not to worry about the apartment. He's already sent people to upgrade the security system and do renovations. Dahyun says it's someone else's property. There's no need for renovations. But Jaein replies, I've already bought that apartment. This makes Dahyun almost choke on her food. Jaein says with a pout, your landlord wouldn't let me change the security system, so I had to buy the place. Besides, it's a good location. I'll treat it as an investment. This reckless spending makes Dahyun so angry, she takes away the food she made that night. They go drinking at a bar with their lawyer friend. Unexpectedly, Jaein's ex-girlfriend shows up. She even warns Dahyun in the restroom, don't get the wrong idea. Just because Jaein is nice to you, don't fall for him too much. Jaein would never fall for someone as plain as you. Dahyun thinks this ex-girlfriend is being ridiculous. Just days ago Jaein said they were over. Now she's acting like she still owns him. After leaving the bar, Dahyun stays quiet and upset. Jaein can't stand it anymore. She keeps ignoring him completely. No matter what he says, Dahyun still won't talk to him. Back home, Jaein corners Dahyun against the car. He asks why she's acting this way. Dahyun suddenly pretends nothing's wrong. She even forces a fake smile. This makes Jaein even more worried. Then Dahyun mimics how Joo-hee calls Jaein. She warns Jaein never to let her call him like that again. Now Jaein realizes she's actually jealous. Dahyun gets angrier at being caught. She pushes past Jaein and goes inside alone. Jaein finds her behavior strangely cute. She's already furious, but Jaein keeps ringing the doorbell anyway. Dahyun reluctantly goes to open the door. She asks why he didn't just use the passcode. Jaein says he just wanted to experience someone opening the door for him. Jaein tells Dahyun to ignore Joo-hee. He says he doesn't date casually. Dahyun stubbornly says she doesn't care. She was just in a bad mood. She even jokes that she's very popular with guys. Now it's Jaein's turn to get jealous. He asks Dahyun who this brave guy is. Dahyun doesn't answer him. She just picks up her water and drinks. Jaein asks if she's thinking clearly right now. Dahyun snaps that of course she is. She's not even drinking alcohol. Then Jaein suddenly moves closer. This surprise move makes Dahyun jump again. But Jaein, that guy, always flirts and then walks away. After saying this, he quickly leaves. Jaein's smug look and Dahyun's clueless face make a funny contrast. The elementary teacher finally softens the proud CEO. The once arrogant man learns how to make his girlfriend happy. He keeps saying sweet things. This comes naturally to him. But their fake relationship is about to end. Grandpa wants to help them. He tells Jaein to bring Dahyun to the company anniversary event. He wants to make their relationship public, so Jaein helps Dahyun pick a dress. Dahyun tries many outfits. Jaein says no to anything too revealing. The dresses become more and more modest. Finally, Jaein approves one. He chooses one that covers everything. But Dahyun doesn't trust his straight guy taste. In the end, she wears a white dress to the event. It's totally different from her usual style. Jaein is stunned when he sees her. Dahyun didn't want to stand out, but after Jaein's ex keeps provoking her, she boldly takes Jaein's arm. They face everyone's stares together. But people keep telling her to stop dreaming of wealth. This place isn't for someone like her. Dahyun leaves early, feeling hurt. She realizes how different she is from Jaein. Even though Jae-in told her he wants her by his side, no matter what, he hopes they can stay strong together. But Dahyun finally chooses to let go. To keep good memories, she plans a trip with Jae-in on their last day. She puts aside thoughts of leaving for now. She enjoys their time together. They have fun in their own little world. But Jae-in knows what she's thinking. He just doesn't know how to ask her to stay. Maybe a clean break is best for both. When his grandpa suddenly falls ill, Jae-in must return to the family business. He takes over grandpa's duties. He focuses completely on work. Now sometimes he looks at photos with Dahyun. That's how he remembers her. As for Dahyun, her mother keeps asking her to go on blind dates, but she still needs more time to let go of Jae-in. During this time Jae-in grows a lot, maybe because he has more responsibilities now. His friends don't understand why he let Dahyun go when he loves her so much. Jae-in says he doesn't want Dahyun to live like him, learning all the formal manners and adjusting to high society rules, attending endless events where everything she does brings reporters running. He knows she can't handle this, so he can't bring himself to propose. But Jae-in still thinks of Dahyun. Often he secretly visits her home and her school, but they always miss each other. They say time heals all wounds, but Jae-in's feelings for Dahyun don't fade with time. He misses her even more. After many days his grandfather wakes up when he hears Jae-in broke up with Dahyun. He isn't surprised. Instead he thinks Jae-in finally acts like a proper heir, putting business before love when it matters. After his grandfather's accident, Jae-in realizes he can't delay marriage any longer. He starts going on blind dates, but he treats marriage more like a business deal. He leaves after just a few minutes of talking. Dahyun can't stand her mom's nagging either. She starts meeting men her mom approves of to help Dahyun and Jae-in get back together. Her friend purposely sets up Dahyun's blind date at Jae-in's hotel. She teams up with Jae-in's cousin to make sure Jae-in walks by. When Jae-in sees Dahyun, he looks calm on the outside, but his heart is racing back home. Images of Dahyun with that man keep flashing in his mind. He keeps trying to delete her photos, but stops in the end. He can't bring himself to do it. Even during important meetings, Jae-in keeps zoning out, thinking of Dahyun. Finally, he goes to see her. He asks, "Do you like that man?" Dahyun says, "It's time I date someone seriously. I can't stay single forever." Before she finishes, Jae-in pulls her close. He tells her not to mention other men. Dahyun thinks he's being too controlling. Dahyun asks Jae-in what he's doing. Jae-in says, if she can't go to school anymore, there will always be bodyguards around. Reporters will keep bothering you too. I can't spend as much time with you as other guys could. Can you accept all this? If you can, let's get married. Dahyun says she's not confident. She can handle it. She pulls away from Jae-in and goes inside. But she's still wearing the necklace Jae-in gave her. This shows she's trying hard to control her feelings. Then Jae-in stubbornly comes to see Dahyun again. Dahyun doesn't want to talk to him. But Jae-in won't take no for an answer. He tells Dahyun again that, no matter what others say, he wants to marry her. He doesn't understand why. He really can't figure it out. Why would two people in love break up? Dahyun asks in shock. Jae-in confesses, "I love you." Hearing this from Jae-in for the first time, Dahyun finally bursts into tears. Jae-in panics, thinking he said something wrong. Again Dahyun scolds him for waiting so long to say it. She's waited too long. Jae-in realizes his shyness caused her pain. That's why Dahyun suffered so much. The next day Dahyun goes with Jae-in to meet his family. It's her first time meeting his grandfather. But she still doesn't remember saving the old man that day, until the grandfather takes out some money and says it's to repay her for the medical bills. Then Dahyun remembers the grandfather is actually the old man she once saved. So their meeting this time ends happily. But Dahyun's parents are the real challenge. They strongly oppose Dahyun and Jae-in's marriage. They even kick Jae-in out when he visits again. But Jae-in still drives long distances every day to see them. Finally, his sincerity touches Dahyun's parents. The two finally get their wedding day. Looking at the woman who's about to become his bride, Jae-in feels excited and happy. Beautiful Dahyun keeps his eyes glued to her. He almost misses his entrance as the groom. After marriage, the two often watch their wedding video together. They always look so happy watching it. Reading books about classical culture often makes her sleepy, but luckily Jae-in tries to spend time with her, so even when it's hard she can get through it. Now she can confidently accompany Jae-in to attend formal events. It's not just luck, but her kindness and uniqueness that made this relationship possible. For the rest of his life his eyes will only be on her.